G'day guys, Satta here, and with me I have Luke from THQ. He is the guy that's that got me the media pass and all the other THQ stuff. Helped me with Darksiders 2, just a ton of stuff. Really good guy, and thought we'd just quick hello and talk about THQ, what they got coming up, what they got at the booth here. If you haven't had a chance to sort of check it out. Yeah. So yeah, the Darksiders with the Wii controller.
Yeah. So Darksiders 2 obviously came out in August for PlayStation 3, Xbox 360, and PC. Coming out as a launch title with the Wii U. So yeah, pretty exciting. We've got a Wii U on our stand. Certainly a couple of publishers have had that privilege, so that's a really good thing from Nintendo. Yeah, I mean it's the button layout of the Wii U gamepad, if you haven't seen it, is quite similar. So you've got clickable thumbsticks, 4 face buttons and 4 shoulder buttons, and they're all used for the same purposes. So the button mapping is exactly the same from the console. But then you've got the gamepad functionality. So you've got a touch screen there in front of you. So you've got interactive inventory and a map, so you can drag the map around, see where you're going, and it moves as you move.
Really cool.
Yeah, you've also got your inventory. You can hot swap things on the fly, so just equip, to tap to tap, go through all your inventory that way. And you go a little bit deeper into it. You've got your pause menu where you can assign all your skills, so you can upgrade your necromancer skills and those kind of things. Upgrade them. Hold down the left bumper, and that brings you to your skill assignment page, and that's just a matter of dragging them to hot slots or just tapping them to get different. So you could have your death grip, just hold down left bumper, then you go to your void walker, then you go to your pistol. So it's effectively replaces something that's down on the D-pad.
The one thing that really stands out for me with Darksiders 2 is that it didn't seem that you guys just simply ported it across. I mean, obviously you haven't just specifically programmed it for each individual thing, but you haven't sort of just copied and pasted to the other one.
Yeah.
When you go to the console, it feels like a console game. When you go on the PC, it feels like a PC game. And from what I've sort of seen and heard from other people when they've been playing with the controller, it also feels very natural for the Wii U controller. And I've also noticed some people playing it like this instead of on the big screen. They're playing on the Wii U as well. So.
Yeah, so that's one of the cool things is at launch, only a few titles have got the functionality. Obviously the Wii U's got that built in that you can play some games either on the TV or you can send it all across to the gamepad. The Darksiders is one of the titles at the Wii U's launch that's going to have that. So yeah, you can literally you can be in another room because it's connected. It's wirelessly connected, so you can take the gamepad into another room as long as it's within range. And yeah, you can play it on your gamepad. So you can also play it with the optional controller you can buy as well, which is buy separately from Nintendo. So that's the one that looks like an Xbox 360 has the PlayStation.
Oh, okay, that's cool. No, I haven't seen that sort of.
Yeah, so that's going to be available, cool. Optional at launch.
Now, yesterday afternoon, I jumped in on the preview you guys got for Metro 2.
Metro last night, yeah.
Metro last night, and to be honest, as going into it, I was just like, it's just like another one of these sort of first-person standalone shooters. And by the end of the film, or the short story, or whatever it was, the playthrough, I was hooked. I can't wait for it to come out now.
It's pretty awesome, man. Metro 2033 is a game that not a lot of people have played, and it's it's the first in the series. It's based on the Russian novel of the same name. It's post-apocalyptic Russia, so nuclear war. People rushed underground, so the Moscow subway system was actually built to withstand a nuclear attack.
That's so cool. I didn't know that. Here we are yesterday. I'm like, is that true? You're like, yeah, man, yeah. Wow.
Yeah, you can follow us on the Facebook page at facebook.com/Metro Video Game, and that's got the Secrets of the Metro series. It's a series of posts that come out and it talks about underground stations all over the world, really, that could possibly use for this kind of function. But so we've got obviously the nuclear fallout's created mutants upstairs, above ground, and the atmosphere is toxic. And underground, you've got mutants that come down underground as well, but you've also got Nazis as well, so you're obviously playing as a Russian character. And of course there's bandits who are preying on the weak and that sort of thing. So, but I mean, the Metro series is really all about atmosphere, and it's really claustrophobic. If you've got this gas mask on, you need to replace your filters. Your gas mask will get cracked. In this new game, you've got a wipe function, so you're shooting, get up close and personal, and you've got to wipe the blood off your mask, and that's all controllable. And it's really bringing sort of immersion and actual atmosphere and storyline, particularly back into first-person shooters.
And I noticed, I think I was looking at the filters yesterday. I don't want to give too much away, but every time you got one, it didn't necessarily give you a 5 minutes or whatever. It looks like anything over 5 minutes. It's like a lesser effect
Yeah, so that, in the demo purposes, it's actually done automatically, but in the proper build, you actually have to do it manually. So you'll have to take off your mask, you'll hear breathing start to get raspy, and you have to manually put it on, and then put your mask back on again. I think if they do, I'm not sure if they have like different levels of oxygen sort of thing. Like if there's some that are better than others, I'm not sure about that. But in terms of other resource management, there's bullets which do have different capabilities. So you've got your regular bullets, which are kind of called dirty ammo, but then you've got these the military grade ammo, which is also used as currency in the underground system. So you've got to balance applying different equipment with these bullets compared to having enough bullets to shoot stuff. So there's a bit of inventory management and that kind of stuff.
That's cool. Like after watching that playthrough, like I said, I literally can't wait for it. Like I just instantly felt immersed into the story, and like I walked up with Makeda, and I was telling him all about it.
Yeah.
Well, from the little I knew anyway,
yeah.
and it just looks like one of those ones that look like really fun. So
yeah, graphically it's going to be a beast. Like it's going to be up there. I mean, we're playing it on the inside on an Alienware M18X, and it's pretty chunky, and it's anything less than that is it struggles with those particular settings. So it's on very high settings, full anti-aliasing, all the rest of it. So. It's going to be a beast, and it's going to look really good on console as well.
I have to try and get a sponsor to get a new computer.
yeah, a couple of upgrades there. Yeah, but hopefully it's going to scale down quite nicely. I mean, 4A Games have built a proprietary engine. They're based in Kiev in Ukraine, so they're pretty not particularly well known in the world, but they produce some pretty good stuff, and leading the way with this engine.
Definitely looks like it. Yeah. WWE.
Yeah, WWE, man. It's all about the Attitude Era. It's all about. So we've got CM Punk on the cover, and he's like, I guess, the champion of anti-establishment in the current crop of WWE. But
all about respect.
Yeah, absolutely. Best in the world, man. Best in the world.
Just ask him.
Exactly. But no, I mean, that's one side of the thing. But then, I mean, some of those fighters like The Rock and those guys have appeared in other WWE games. I think last year that was the People's Edition for WWE 12. This year, I mean, as I said, they've been in there, but they're more of a focus. I mean, when I was growing up, and I'm almost 29, but when I was growing up and I was in year 7 and that, I used to tune into the wrestling on a Saturday morning or whenever it was on, and you'd love seeing like Triple H and the guys from DX and Stone Cold Steve Austin. And
I remember when Shawn Michaels kicked Triple H in the face to kill DX.
Yeah.
I actually sent emails to WWE with my disgust.
Outrage.
And I pretty much stopped watching the wrestling for like ages, and then they sort of come back and I sort of started watching again.
Yeah, I mean, the storylines are out of control, but like, I mean, that's like, nostalgia is such a powerful thing these days. I mean, nostalgia more than ever. I mean, you see how the impact of like retro gaming coming back through Xbox Live titles and that sort of stuff. Everyone loves a bit of nostalgia, so I mean, to make that a focus is a really smart idea by the WWE team, and really you've got this whole Attitude Era mode where you're playing out these key moments in the WWE Attitude Era. It's just awesome.
Yeah, so that seems like a lot of fun. And the graphics were pretty.
Yeah, it's been overhauled. I mean, WWE 12 was a big step away from the SmackDown versus Raw era, so it was basically a total rebranding, a new engine, the Predator engine. And what they've done is upgrade that, and the presentation is probably the main thing. You're going to see way better sound, way better crowd interaction. It's just, they've done really well.
It's not just in the background.
It's different. Like, there's some different animations, and they've got like the signs, and you can crash through some barriers, and they've got the oh my god moments, which is like two super heavyweights getting smashed through the ring. I was playing the other day, and I was Brock Lesnar I was playing against Tessa, PI manager, and I think she was John Cena, and I did a superplex off the top rope, so I slammed shoulder charge him into the corner post, and the oh my god moment, I was like, yes, I'm doing this. So press Y, a couple more shoulder charges, steps up to the top rope, grabs him, and superplexes him onto the ground. It's just so sick, like, hilarious.
South Park.
Yeah.
Now, I wasn't able to see that yet. I definitely want to try and catch up today.
Yep.
There was that trailer that you did play.
Yep. It's a turn-based RPG, so like Obsidian, who are developing it, they're obviously famous for Knights of the Old Republic 2, turn-based RPG combat in there. And I mean, they've got great cred with Fallout New Vegas as well in the RPG category, so I mean, they've got some good cred And yeah, turn-based RPG, and it's literally like watching an episode of the show. It's got that. I think Matt and Trey said it at E3. It's got that crappy 2D looks, and they're proud of that crappy 2D look. But it literally is like watching an interactive show, and you start off as the new kid in town, and you've got to sort of the objective of the game is basically to become cool, but it's tied to this live-action role-playing or LARPing, and so that's where the role-playing comes in, because you can fully customise. You can be a thief, a mage, a cleric, or a fighter. And you've got loads of different options, loads of different character options, and they all make a difference to your stats, and they're also turned hilariously. So the weapons are like the Mongolian bow, and you got like the rod of waste, and you can put different attributes to that. And then when you're in combat, you've got basic moves, so like it's turn-based sort of stuff with an arcade twist. So when you get attacked, you can block, and a perfect block will allow you to counter and those sort of things. But you've also got these special moves like the Rochambeau, which you walk up the beam and the nuts. You've got the next evolution of that is the super special attacks, where you call in sort of 16 years worth of South Park lore characters into it. So you've got one of them, Mr. Slave. You call him Mr. Slave, and the results are pretty horrifying, but Mr. Slave does what Mr. Slave does best, and I won't spoil too until you watch that sort of side of it, but I do, like, it's out of control, but like, I think like it's the key thing is it's like a fully fledged RPG, and it's also completely voiced and written by Matt Stone and Trey Parker. So this is like the game they've always wanted to make. And like, so it's not. So we're not talking an arcade game here. We're not talking like a 64 like karting game or whatever's come out previously. This is like this is the biggest South Park undertaking they've ever done. So like they've done the movie, they've done 16 years worth of shows. This is the biggest South Park undertaking they've ever done. And it is the thing they've always wanted to do. I mean, they're huge gamers. They've done Make Love Not Warcraft and all that kind of stuff in the show.
Yeah.
And
well, that's what I thought initially, like on that trailer. Cartman's got like a wizard, like the traditional wizard hat
the Wizard King, yeah.
And I'm like, this is like an MMO sort of feel.
It definitely plays on all this, and it's got so many nods to other games, and so many obviously humorous nods, and they're taking the piss, but they can get away with it because that's what they do. It's
also they don't care.
Yeah, pretty much. It's a barrel of laughs, and like some really heinous stuff happens. So it's pretty crude. So it's definitely South Park.
Yeah, I definitely can't wait to check that out. That's for sure. Yeah. I think that's it. Isn't it?
Company Heroes 2 on PC.
Oh, that's one. I played that the first one like crazy. Absolutely crazy. The funny story with that, I was in Dick Smith, and I was actually I was just fucking around with my mum. This wasn't that long ago. I was like, hey, you want to buy me that game? She's like, all right, no worries. And she looked at the one above, the one I was pointing at, was like $20. So she was like, well, $20. And I didn't notice it at the time, but I got one out of the 10. Like this edition.
Oh, yeah.
It was like 120.
Get up to this counter.
That was about a week later. No, she just like paid for it, whatever. Like, it was just like, yeah, whatever. Yeah. And then it was like about a week later. How much is that game? It's $120. She goes, oh, but it's only 20. And oh, well, yeah, I'll give you $100 or whatever. So
nice.
That was kind of funny. Yeah. But no, that snow effect.
Yeah, so that's like what they're calling the cold tech. So like the famous thing in World War II was General Winter, and it played a massive role in shaping the Eastern Front, which is where it's set. So you're playing as Russia against the invading Nazis. This cold tech is all about dynamic weather. So if it's snowing, you can leave tracks in the snow. First of all, it affects your movement speed, obviously. So you see the guys sort of wading through the snow. Then you also leave tracks, so you can see. You can actually track what other people are doing on the map via the tracks. So if you can see some tank tracks, or you can see some troop tracks. Then as it keeps snowing, those tracks get filled over. So obviously that makes sense. There's also rivers in the game that are frozen. So that obviously presents some attacking opportunities, but then if they're artillery or tanks are left in the ice too long, for example, the ice will crack. That area then becomes blocked off, and then it will refreeze again. So, some really cool dynamic features. And I guess the final thing is that the effect on the troops themselves. If you're caught in a blizzard, if you're outside, you're walking to an objective somewhere, they'll start to freeze. So you'll get a temperature gauge come up, and they'll start to freeze, and you either have to find some shelter, get them inside, or get your engineers to build a fire pit. So, hugely complex.
I noticed the Molotov didn't give enough heat for some reason to stop the chill effects.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's pretty complex. Like when you're getting into it. I mean, the demo. There's two versions we've got on display. One's from Gamescom for guys who have played Company Heroes 2, Company of Heroes before, and have a bit more familiar with the mechanics of it all. But the demo we've got on display mostly is just introducing the basics of combat. Combat. You've got a flank. You've got grenades. You've got flamethrowers who can roast people inside houses. You can burn down houses, and the Nazis are embedded in this house, and then torch a flamethrower and the flames start. The house catches fire, and the Nazis sort of tumble out the windows and stuff. So,
because I remember like specifically with the first one, and it is in the second one, where it's got like the different levels as well. So you have like that evolution of the wine. You've got like the mountains and little hills. And
oh yeah. So
they cover different.
Yeah, and to take that a step further, there's the new I think it's called True Sight in the game, where you can only see on the map sort of like a dynamic fog of war. That's how they're describing it. So you've got a house in front of you, or you've got a hill in front of you. Your troops at ground level can't see around those, so you can't see that either. So, and when you move around the house, the field of view changes. So that's obviously again the tactics. You can get your troops to crawl on the other side of a hill, and the enemy won't be able to see it. All that kind of thing. So, yeah.
That's cool. Wow, I didn't even notice that yet.
It's deep. It's deep.
That's awesome. So, any plans on trying to get that sort of like
I think so. Yeah, I think so. I mean, it's been the last Company Heroes was launched in 2006. It's been a long time. And the RTS in need of some fresh blood.
It's just StarCraft.
Yeah,
really.
Exactly.
So.
Yeah. So it's definitely needed some things, and we're working with some of the esports community in Australia to get that up and happening. We're going to get some live streams happening and all that kind of good stuff, and get some tournaments cranking.
Well, I hope it does. I might have a crack at it myself.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm quite at tournament level because I'm not good at the whole micromanagement. Completely mind mapping all of the
it's amazing watching some of the guys coming in who've played it. I mean, I'm not au fait with it much of this myself, but watching some of the guys who have spent years on it come in and just flog it and just dominate and all the tactics on different stuff, and they move the mouse around and all that crazy stuff. So it's exciting times.
I know I can't wait for it. I've got a couple of friends that like dying to try as well. So I got one of those passes and I tried to get the beta.
Oh, the beta.
And they're like, no, not yet.
Not yet. Not yet. I think we're hoping this side of Christmas, but obviously the game's coming out. Yeah, true that. Yeah.
All right. Well, I think that's pretty much it. Is there anything else that you want to?
I just want to, mate, thank you very much for coming down. Thanks to everyone who's come to the THQ booth. I mean, it's exciting times. We've got Darksiders 2 launching alongside Wii U in a couple of weeks. And then we've got WWE 13 this year. We've also got the Saints Row the full package, which is Saints Row the 3rd with all the DLC. So that's coming out in November as well. And then, the first quarter next year is going to be massive. We've got some huge titles. We've got 3 huge titles coming out. So absolutely, man. And like THQ's had its challenges in the past, but we look forward, and we've got some huge properties to come. So.
All right, guys. Hope you've enjoyed this little interview I did. That's now nearly 20 minutes long. All right. Thanks for watching, guys, and bye for now.